Yeah, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys the breakdown on a couple different NFT projects, just briefly touch on what I like and what I don't like, and we'll go from there. We'll also talk about the crypto markets, where I think Ethereum is headed in the short term, long term, etc., what my plan is, and all that good stuff. Really quick guys, remember my Discord's waitlist is open, so if you're looking to get access to me, all the best whitelists, Degen calls, access to a bunch of really hardcore NFT investors, make sure to fill out that waitlist in the description below. So the first project we're going to talk about today is Degenheim, and they had their auction, their Genesis auction that happened a few days ago, and we'll touch on that and how that went. I think that auction got bid all the way up to something like 3.6 Ethereum each, with a total supply of 300, with I think 50 going to the team. And so that was honestly a bit of a surprise. There's a lot of FOMO there, and that auction actually got really high really fast. So what the team did is they decided to refund an extra ETH to basically cap the auction at 2.5 Ethereum each. So a little bit less pressure on the team to have a higher floor price. We'll take a look at the trading charts for Degenheim Genesis to see how it's doing, but I wanted to show you guys this new gameplay that they pushed because it looks really, really cool. The gameplay looks fun. The mechanics look really cool. The visuals are great. I think this team has put a lot of effort into this game, making it fun, making it playable, making it a playable game over the course of weeks and months, right? You don't want to play a game and all of a sudden you're done with the story, you're done with the quests, or you're done with whatever, and you don't want to go back to it. You want it to have replayability. So this game looks great. I'm looking forward to it. We'll definitely check it out with a few of my buddies in my Discord, because we have quite a few gamers in there, and I'll let you guys know how it is. Very much looking forward to the alpha or however else they plan on rolling it out, but the trailer looks dope. Looking forward to Degenheim. Let's take a look at the trading charts for the Degen Genesis auction and how that went, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so right now we're sitting in NFT Nerds and we're taking a look at the Genesis collection for Degenheim and how this worked. There was an auction with a bid and it went all the way up to 3.6 ETH, and then they capped it at 2.5 and refunded the difference. So how it's going currently is it's currently below mint price, but not by too much. The last sale was 15 hours ago. Then before that, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, 3 days. So not too much volume going in. That's to be expected with a high floor price, low liquidity type of Genesis collection where there's not too many NFTs, there's not too many tokens, and it's fairly expensive. You can also see here on the left, the listings are coming in around 2.2 Ethereum each. So it's below mint, but not by much. I think this is pretty normal after a cooldown period, after so much FOMO around a Genesis collection. Volume starts to dry up, which you can see on the right here with sales. And so people decide like, look, I bet on this. I wanted it to be higher, so I'm just going to cut my losses and take my 0.3 loss or whatever it was. So this is currently how the Genesis collection is going. Don't read into this too much. I think this Genesis collection will give you access to a bunch of different whitelists for a bunch of raffles that they'll put on, also probably special perks in game. Also, I believe you're getting multiple mints for the Degenheim like main collection. That will be a bunch more NFTs, like a few thousand. But I just wanted to show you guys this because A, I think charts like this are super useful, and B, I also think it's just a nice visual to look at and understand like, hey, here are the trades, here are the listings, we can go from there. But regardless, for Degenheim, I will definitely be taking a look at this for the main collection coming up, probably in a few weeks or a few months. I really don't know their timeline here, but for me, the main thing is the game. Right now, I'm holding one Genesis NFT of the Degenheim collection. I'm just going to hold it, and hopefully the team delivers on the game and it's fun and you get a bunch of perks and it ends up being really worth it in the long run. So we're going to move right on to the next project. All right, guys, moving along, the next project is Corp. And if you take a look at their Discord, they don't currently have a website open. You can kind of scroll through, take a look at the roadmap and stuff. There's not too much information out about this project, but I really do like the vibe. It has this like cyberpunk dystopian type vibe, which I've always really liked. There's a new show on Netflix called Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and it's epic, and this kind of reminds me of that vibe. They also did a 1-of-1 honorary piece for me, which I really like. So if the PFPs or anything like this sort of art style, I think I'm really going to like it. But if you scroll down their Twitter, tons of engagement. The giveaways do really well as well. But for the most part, they just have really good marketing. So this collection's most likely going to sell out. I know it's going to be an all whitelist collection, and it's probably going to be upwards of like 6,000, 7,000 NFTs, maybe even more. So a little bit higher supply and complete whitelist most likely will be over allocated. Most projects are doing over allocation right now just because of that's how the market is. Some projects are over allocating by like 10,000%. It's like ridiculous. And I hope this project doesn't go down that route. I don't think they are. But regardless, take a look at Corp. Make sure to get acquainted with it. If you want to get on your whitelist grind, hop in that Discord. I don't think they're doing an application process or anything like that. But if they are, that'll be one of the avenues you can take. Regardless, regardless, Kira Corp, really cool art, really cool marketing materials. I'm a big fan. I'm honestly just looking forward to different NFT projects that are hopefully coming out and innovating a bit. I know they are doing a Web3 utility platform, so this will be interesting. Maybe this will be like a job board where like you can sign up to be a moderator or like a community manager or a collab manager or something. I don't really know the angle here, but it might prove to be something new and interesting that might pique people's interest when it comes to this specific project. So Kira Corp, keep your eyes on it, and we'll see what happens the next few weeks. All right, guys, so the next project on the list today, haven't said that in a long time. Currently recovering from COVID, so excuse me if I sound a little bit nasally and congested. I've been down bad for the past 7 days. So the next project is Super Cute World. And I like this project. I believe Crypto Gorilla has also touched on this project on his YouTube channel as well, but I really like the art. Once again, I think this is like a family run, potentially NFT project, but I like the marketing materials. Does not have a crazy amount of engagement currently, but to be honest, that's not super relevant anymore. You see a lot of projects with a ton of hype, a ton of engagement that ends up not doing so hot. And you see a lot of projects that are a little bit more under the radar that end up doing fairly well. So what you can see is they're going through a platform called the Alchemy platform. It's a Web3 developer platform. So I'm going to assume, and I'm going to hope that this project is going to have an audited smart contract and a smart contract that isn't going to have any issues, and hopefully a professional website that doesn't have any issues. So mint should be fairly smooth come mint day. Regardless, I don't know too much about Alchemy as a developer platform, but they do seem fairly professional. I checked out their website. I was a fan. This thread is also interesting. Want to become a Web3 dev, etc. That's also an avenue for a lot of people in the space, is learning Solidity and different Web3 smart contract languages. But one of the main draws for Super Cute is they plan on doing, like, I guess, physical toy for the NFT that you own. I really don't know if it'll be a one of one, but regardless, the toy makers are the Toy Inventor here and Choco Toy on Instagram. And you can see they're really high quality. So it looks good. I'm a fan. We'll see what they end up doing in the future, but keep your eye on Super Cute World. I do know they're minting soon. So maybe like end of October. I don't know the exact date, but Los Angeles, California, minting soon. Super cute. We'll see. I'm a fan. I'll probably be minting and just holding, but once again, that depends on the floor price, right? I always preach you need to have an investing strategy. So if this goes to like 10 ETH, I'm probably going to be selling, right? Because that's hit my threshold, that's hit my floor, that's hit my ceiling of, hey, I'm comfortable taking profits here. So today, guys, Degenheim, Kira Corp, Super Cute World. These are the 3 projects for today's video. Now we're going to hop into cryptocurrency and Ethereum and what my plans are for there, because I think there's a ton of opportunity there. And we'll talk about some charts and what I think is going to happen, at least in the short term. All right, guys. So we are currently looking at the Ethereum one-day chart. It's an interesting story, right? We had multiple moments of euphoria here where Ethereum was close to reaching $5,000 per coin, which is crazy to think back on. And now we are currently sitting at about 1,200 to 1,300 price. And what we can see is since September 22nd, we've been going basically sideways around this 1,300 level. And before that, we've gone basically sideways since like June. And so my strategy has basically been the same. I've basically just been dollar cost averaging throughout this chop, right? So I've had weeks where I bought down here, and I've had weeks where I bought up here, and I've had weeks where I bought here. And that's the entire strategy, right? It doesn't take a lot of effort. It's not particularly complicated. You don't have to worry about buying the bottom. Right now, my dollar cost averaging strategy is very simple, but it's also not crazy aggressive either, right? So let's say right now around this 1,300 level, I'm just putting in like a couple $100 every week. But let's say the floor falls out from underneath us and we finally break below this like 1,000 barrier and we stay there for a while, then I'll probably be like, okay, hey, I'm not buying up here anymore. My risk up here was astronomical. My risk down here is much lower, even with all the FUD and recession or depression, energy crises, and all this crazy stuff going on in the world right now with Ukraine and potentially war and fossil fuel issues, oil companies jacking up prices and all that crazy stuff. My risk up here was crazy. My risk down here is much, much lower. So I'm okay with dollar cost averaging right now. I'm okay with just putting a little bit in. And if it goes, and if I lose 50% here and it goes down to, $750, $800, I'm okay with that, right? Because my time horizon is like a couple years at this point. And I'm okay with Ethereum and Bitcoin just chilling out around these levels and going sideways for a while, because it gives you time to like grow a bag, to grow a position, to get a better entry price into these coins, right? So risk up here, crazy high. Risk down here, not nearly as high, in my opinion. Here's my thesis, at least for the short term. I think we are going to see a lower low eventually. It could take another 3 to 6 to 12 months, right? But I do think eventually retail isn't going to be able to support this resistance, and we will probably see a sub $1,000 Ethereum, which is where I'll really start to turn on the hoses of dollar cost average, where I'll really start to put like as much as I can on a weekly basis where it's responsible, but I can really take advantage of these times, right? So once again, guys, we're not buying up here anymore, right? We're buying 60, 70% lower off of these all-time highs. It just so happens right about now is where people get all scared and worried and very defensive with their money. And this is where all of the opportunity ends up being. That being said, you really do need an investment strategy, right? So if you don't have the money to invest in these assets, just don't do it. It's as simple as that. But I currently do, because I ended up selling a lot of my Ethereum like before we really capitulated around like the 3,000 mark, around like the 2,500 mark. And so I have some cash to like play around and invest into these slowly over the course of a year. Like I think I did the math where I have the cash on the sidelines to dollar cost average at my current rate, or at the current rate that I want to get at, for multiple years. And that's the goal, right? Because I don't really know how long it's going to take for this to either break down and go below 1,000, or just like we slowly start to see a bit of an uptick over time. But I think that's just it. We just need time. The market needs to reset, give people time to like grow a position in their bags. The whales need to regain confidence, and then retail can kind of follow after all the news articles come out and the Fed pivots and interest rates stop going through the roof and inflation gets fixed and all that crazy stuff. So once again, guys, take your time, be patient with the stuff. Investment strategy is number one. Profit taking strategy is number two. Making sure you have an idea of what the hell your plan is, because when this shit goes sideways, this is the best time to come up with a plan. When this shit starts capitulating, that's the time to put your plan into action. When this shit starts to go like crazy nuclear like this, that's the time to put your profit taking strategy into action as well, right? So you need to have both. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, turn that notification bell. A ton of you guys watch but aren't super subscribed, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Peace.